Hello, everybody, and welcome to a whole different thing we got going on here. Some Age of Empires 2. I am hooked on, like, these retro games. Steam and, capture cards, consoles with throwback things, emulators. All this stuff is just bringing the childhood back to me, right? This game came out, like, what, 20 years ago or so? It is, I mean, it's one of those top things that, like, really ruled this space for a while. There's a lot of other good ones, too. I mean, Civilization was always good. Command and Conquer, to a degree, was kind of like this. But these, like, tactical games, I mean, there's, like, Total War and all that stuff now. I mean, it's spun off a genre of a lot of different games. But this one's very simple, kind of stripped down, straight to the point game. But it's so good because of that. There's, different ways to play this. There's skirmish campaigns, multiplayer, ranked, apparently. It's very interesting, but I'll probably do a skirmish. We might play more of this, do like the campaigns or something. I don't know. It'll bring some memories flooding back for sure. Because this is like the newer edition, there's actually like a bunch of different options now too. Dude, you can have like a big, like 500 person whatever battle. I think what I'm going to do here, in the interest of time, I'll just do we'll do two massive, like, groups. So 4 versus 4 AI. It's not going to be difficult. This is just me getting back into it, but it was so cool to see this again. I think it's on, like, it might be on Xbox even, too. So, I mean, essentially my childhood is coming back to me through Xbox. There's like GoldenEye on there now. I mean, it's just crazy, but it's awesome. Japanese. So there's also a whole bunch of new like techs and things like that. Civilizations with different tech trees. I think the Japanese were a good. Like they suited my needs. So if you look at the tech tree and everything, like here we can go to tech tree right here. They have everything like I'm kind of into the way I play. I like the champions a lot. I do like paladins, but, it's okay. They're not a whole bunch of... They're not a real horse-driven civilization, apparently. I don't use a ton of siege stuff, so I don't mind not having the upgrades to them. This is good tech here. This is the ships, I love the ships, especially because I'm probably playing islands. And islands is going to be very nice to use the ships. Not having the bombard tower kind of sucks, but if you upgrade to the keeps pretty fast, you'll be able to like, you'll be fine. Good like skills and stuff over here too. So it's got everything I want and need. Let me see what we got here. Lock teams together, sure. I think record game. What does that mean? To replay the recorded game? No, I'm okay. I don't need it to be recording while I record. That's a little weird. Large map. Giant ludicrous. Let's do giant. Reveal map. All visible? Do we want to do all visible? I don't know. What do I care? Fortress. Let's see what we got here. So this is cool, too, how they set up like what the map actually looks like. I love that a lot. The problem with playing against AI is they just immediately like go for you. So I like to play islands a lot. Team islands is good to trade with and stuff. But, regular islands aren't too bad either. I did Fortress last time like I just had up here. And it was like, it was cool, but people would just build right in front of me. And I'm like, all right, well, that is what it is. I'll probably do islands. If you want to see other like maps or anything, I have no problem doing this again and running any kind of custom games you want me to throw out here. But I'll do islands, I guess. Game speed fast, definitely. Starting in the Dark Age, sure. Conquest, yeah, we want to conquer everybody. I don't care about nothing else. I don't know how long this is going to take. This might be like a pretty long one, but we'll see. We'll see. We got it set up. Let's just start the game and jump into it, dude. Who cares? This is the Teutonic Knights. Those were also like one of my favorite like civilizations to use before too. So it's pretty interesting They might. Well, I don't think they do. I was gonna say they might save like your favorites and have them like out there, but no, I don't think so. It's cool that it's snowy. I like this. I haven't seen a snowy one yet. All right, so just taking a look around. We got a relic over here, a relic there. Some islands in the middle that aren't really inhabited, so that's cool. I'm doing all visible. Sometimes I do like to do. I do like to run the games where you have to explore, but typically I just kind of run this way. I don't know. I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with running it. Oh, we got 2 relics. Nice. And you see that grid? The grid is new, too. I don't think the grid used to exist, so that's always nice to place houses and things. But yeah, I do like running it non-visible maps a lot of times, too, just to make it feel more authentic. But since this is our first time, like, getting back into this, I kind of want to just run this way, you know? Definitely going to make harder to kill. Yeah, I don't need that yet. Something I noticed about this game that is very interesting is there's no animals anymore. And I don't know why. There's fish. You can still go fishing, but there's no, like, I didn't see deer or sheep or anything like that. And I don't know if it's just a setting I have on or off, but it's just very strange to me. I mean, that used to be a big deal, you know? You'd have your sheep, and they'd follow you around and stuff, and then you would, you could find deer and boar, and like wolves would kill you. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff that would happen, so it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna just go ahead and make a dock real quick too, and get the port rolling. I don't really need, since we're on islands, nobody's really gonna attack us if anybody does. So I'm gonna get these barracks set up, but they're not really gonna do anything. And since we're playing deathmatch, we start with like larger amounts of resources. So that's good. They will run down fast, though, as we fight people. But we just got to stay on top of, you know, just stay on top of our farming and whatnot. Which actually is a good idea. Making a farm right away is very, very helpful. So I would like to make a mill and probably farm, like, over here looks good. Another reason that grid is nice is because of that. Once you make the mill, they have a new thing in this game where you can just continuously replant, and it's so freaking nice. It's so helpful. I hated when you would have to like constantly click on the things to have them, you know, do what you're supposed to, like replanting, reseeding, and all that stuff. It was just so frustrating. All right, so we got the mill done. I should probably make more houses too, just to get this population up nice and quick. Population is a like a final result thing. Here, you go, turn on automatic. Okay, so it's already on. You can turn it off if you want to, but I don't know why you would ever want to. I guess if you want to get the full experience of the classic gameplay, that's the only thing I could think, because otherwise, like, it's just such a pain in the anus. Make 5 fishing ships. I don't know why I like to do stuff in even amounts like that. This guy always pisses me off. It's just 1 scout. It's like, alright. Could we please, like, have more than 1 scout? I can make more later on. But I also don't like this guy's tech tree either. He doesn't become like the Cavalier or the Paladin, so I never liked them. I think they're a little faster, but they're weaker, so it's like, you know, what's the point? I very much like to make things... I mean, you guys have probably seen me play Minecraft. I like to have things very spaced and organized and properly counted for, but these always end up... Ooh, there we go, okay. There's a little space behind it, but you can't see it because it's behind, so it's all good, you know? Villagers. Let's make... God, do I want to make 15 more of these? Let's make 10 more. Alright, got some boats going, dude. Got some boats going. I like it. Something I wish they would have done is give the boats more intelligence. Because they still do the same thing that boats do for the most part. Back in the old game, which was... once the fish are just gone, once they run out of fish, they just stop fishing or looking for fish. They might have a better radius now, like, to look for or whatever, but... Like a better search radius, but, it, you know... It is what it is. You can't have it all when you play these games. Especially, I mean, just having this game in general is beautiful. I mean, I had such a beat-up, old, trash CD that, you know, used to play this game, so now I'm like, it's nice that it's on Steam and I could just have it, you know? Every time I, like, play it on stream or tell people about it, they're always like, oh my god, that game exists? Yo, let's go. And it really is like that. Like, it's just such a, like, a good kind of trigger where you go, whoa, that game existed. It's like, yeah. Yeah, it did, and it's freaking awesome. I love it. I think I'm going to make another lumber deal there, just right in the center. Just plop that thing down. This guy looks like he wants to build more houses, dude. He's good at building houses. Very fast. Honestly, these games are kind of like... These strategy games are kind of like a more intense version of The Sims. Like the way you describe it and play it and stuff like that, you know? Obviously, Sims is like, oh yeah, you know, you're building a family and making, you know, whatever happen in the game. I liked The Sims too, don't get me wrong. But I always think, I mean, this is a battle simulation, so, you know, and The Sims is a life simulation. I think I'm more paralleling the way I, like, talk about and describe these games. Because if you watch, like, Sim streamers and stuff, they're always like, okay, let's send this person off to school and we're going to do that. Let's see how they're doing over here. And then you look at me and I'm like, oh, let's see how these guys are doing. Oh, gold miners are still working. That's great. Let's go over and see what our lumber guys are doing. Cool. How's the farm? You know, it's like it's the exact same thing. It's so funny. I love it. I love this game. We are in the early stages. I could probably start cranking out some of these guys because actually the militia, I like... I do like these guys. You know, they turn into like two-handed swordsmen and the champions and stuff. I love that. I'll make the loom. I still try to go for all the techs, even though I really, really don't need them. And these islands are actually not big. I played islands, but like the very first, or the very last option, I mean, where the option is like ginormous map. And it was pretty brutal, not gonna lie. It was pretty freaking brutal. You hear all these classic sounds too. When something's like done or like a guy comes out of the building. What is that? I want to do it again. There you go. What is that? Somebody made that sound and they were like, this is perfect. This is exactly what we need for our battle strategy simulation game. When somebody gets built in this game, when somebody comes out of this building, it's going to go... Like, what is that? God. See, okay, when we go to the feudal age, stuff's going to get real. Like, it's going to get real. Because I'll be able to upgrade these guys and their weapons and the carry capacity. Oh, it's going to be so great. What an age. The feudal age is going to be great. You know, there's only 4 to advance. It's like feudal, castle, and imperial from the Dark Ages. It's really cool the buildings advance like that, too. I like that. And also, each different civilization has, like, different architecture. Nice little touch as well. But I will say... Well, actually, before I even get into that, it's nice that you can queue up the... these things now, the upgrades, because you weren't able to do that before. They really listened to a lot of the things we wanted in this game. But yeah, before I get too derailed from myself, so we had 4 ages, right? And I just listed them all up until the Castle Age. Empire Earth was a game I played too, like a strategy game. If anybody remembers that, my God. That one, dude, you want to talk about advancing through ages. That thing was like, I mean, there was like 20 different ages you could advance through, and it was just wild because, you know, I've never even played that one all the way through. It just was insane. it cost so much money to advance through those ages. It cost like it took so much time, you know, and you were constantly under attack by other people. You could go from like a caveman, you know, making a fire with a stick and stone, and end up with like nuclear satellites. It was so crazy. It was such a cool game. But man, you want to talk about a wild, wild ride. That was some stuff right there. My God. I loved the game, but it was very difficult for me. Maybe just me, I don't know. I am not incredible at games, but that one was real tough. Real freaking tough. So you can automate the fishing traps too, so even if the boats don't know where the hell they're going, it's all good. This game had it under control. They had it all under control. I feel like, especially since this is AI, I feel like just driving a villager over to somebody else's island and building all my houses over there. It's like, yeah, you guys can take this. But I got plenty of real estate down here, dude. We'll make another neighborhood here. Yeah, let's just spread a few of these guys out. I'm building my population up fast. Real fast. They made a couple other Age of Empires games. They were not bad games. They all were pretty good. They all had a little bit of different stuff in them. A little bit of something different to offer. Age of Empires 3 was pretty interesting. You know, they introduced like railroads and stuff like that in there. Man, they're really working fast. I like it. Just get that stuff done. I probably like one of these guys. Yeah, this guy. This guy's... well, I missed my chance. It's alright. How about this guy? There you go. Let's see. So I guess the military stuff might go this way. God. It's kind of just in the way anywhere, isn't it? Let's see. Make me a stable. See, because it's going to be opened up after this forest goes. How about we make one down? I hate making it in front of the buildings like that, though. I've really set this up. It's not too bad, but it's not great either. I don't want to make it too far away, but I think I will put the stable just down here. Why not? And then I will actually spread these out a little bit, too. Because the horses take up a lot of space. These guys you can butt up right next to each other. You could do it with this, but it just looks weird and it acts strange too, so just whatever. You can toggle these on too to see where, like, right now I'm in the military one. Doesn't matter, I have like no military. And the economy one, the commerce one or whatever it is, you can tell if there's flashing lights or like blinking lights on here where people are not working or doing something. So it's nice to be able to tell that kind of stuff. Yeah, so this is the commerce one. This is just the everything shows on it. It'll also show you like where your allies' troops are, where I guess enemies are at this point too, because I have everything revealed. But what's this guy doing? It's the one thing that's tough about this is like the directional buttons and everything still aren't laid out like perfectly, I will say. Other than that, it's a fantastic game. And should definitely be looked at if you have played before. Even if you haven't played before, it's a really good game. Give it a look. Why not? Why not? I'll tell you what. Every time I go over to this little box down there, it is dangerously close to my other monitor. Almost the same level where stop recording is. So if I click over too far, I will stop recording. And I did that the other day. I did that on stream, actually. I got a sub, and I was all excited, and just, like, I had my mouse in the exact spot. Out of 99% of these monitors, there's one spot where I would stop streaming, and I accidentally got excited and clicked the mouse on the stop streaming button and ended my stream. I was like, wait, what? But I knew I did it right away, so I just restarted it again. It was just like, wow. The odds of me clicking the one part of my entire 3-monitor setup And I did the thing I shouldn't do. Good stuff. Alright, that guy's done making some horses. Well, not making horses, I guess. Making a stable. Weird. I make the archery area, but I don't ever use it for anything. I just never found archers to be that useful in this game. They're good for defense, I guess, but aggressive stuff, you know, they're not good against, like, towers and things. And, I could see the use against, like, you know, ranged against enemies, but they always have to move and back up. So swordsmen go for them. They end up having to just run the whole time and get hit as they run. I think the combat in this game, that was a big thing that was like, ah, damn, I wish that was just a little bit better. But most of this is pretty good, pretty straightforward, you know. Games in general, I mean, they're gonna, you know, games are gonna have their issues here and there. I'll make a couple of these. These guys can make a market. Make it down here, I guess. Yeah, I'll take one of those happy buddies. One of those stone workers, those happy stone worker buddies. I don't think I'll get rolled up on my island. If I do, I'll make defenses. I just don't see it happening. I don't think these guys are that aggressive. If I put the difficulty up, like, real high, I bet they would, but I don't see it otherwise. I'm going to roll with a little lumber camp over here, too. These guys are about to finish their deal, so, you know, get ready for that. Okay, cool. He's doing his thing. Just going to keep the commerce page up because somebody is not doing anything. That's this guy. If I don't need any more buildings, we will not advance this one. We'll advance on the next part of this journey. You know what? Let's have this guy go break this tree down. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's a good stopping point. I think we did a lot already. We accomplished what we wanted to accomplish for the first part of this. Just building the civilization, and then we will launch an attack maybe next time. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll probably try to launch an attack next time. We'll advance to the third age, and then, you know, just go from there. Thank you all for hanging out. It was a pleasure, as always. Y'all stay well. And like I say, if you guys have any ideas on any other battles or any islands, Jesus, any other, like, maps you want me to play on this, dude, let me know. Just put a comment, tell me on Twitch, whatever the case may be, and we'll make it happen. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.